We good? Yeah. Hello.
Hello, test, test.
You had it? Good. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Village of Skokie Appearance Commission meeting for Wednesday, June 12th. When you were applying for your building permits, you were given instructions what we're going to be doing here tonight, looking at the appearance of the exterior elevations of your structure, whether it's commercial or residential. Residential cases, people were given notice about that, and they may be here. Your neighbors or people who you may not know, but who are your neighbors, to listen and know what's going on. Do we have any of those people here tonight, just so I know? Raise your hands. Okay. There's quite a few people here. I just want to make sure. All right. When I call a case, come on up to that podium right there. Brian will put your information up on the screen. We'll look at that stuff and render our opinions. Also, the commissioner to my left will be reading comments that we get from the village's community development department. We take those comments into our consideration as well. We are being live recorded. As you can tell, we went through a whole little AV test. So be on your best behavior. We'll do the same. And last but not least, if anybody is going to come up to the podium and present their case, please stand up now and be sworn in.
Okay, please raise your right hand. It's harmless. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay, and before we proceed into the cases, will somebody want to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the May meeting?
I move that the minutes of May 8th be approved as written.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So passed. All right, case number 2024-012A at 4150 Suffield Court. Please come up to the podium. It's a second floor addition.
The staff has no objections to the applicant's request. The 50% masonry minimum requirement appears to be met, and the proposed color of stucco and painted brick appear to match. The dark gray asphalt shingles will complement the wall colors.
One other thing I wanted to mention, we have a lot of cases, so we're going to run through these pretty expeditiously, okay? So be prepared. That means you too, Brian. This
That's the
is everything
addition
on the
above-
right? Yeah.
Addition about the garage.
We haven't seen this before, have we, Mark?
No.
So it's everything to the right, right? The garage and what's up above it?
That's correct.
Okay. And everything from that line to the left is existing too, right?
Correct. That's right.
Anybody have any comments?
Looks fine.
Cool. Make a motion, somebody. Thanks.
I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number 2024-012A at 4150 Suffield Court as presented.
Anybody
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
So passed.
Thank you.
Sure. Case number 2024-018A at 8240 Harding Avenue. It's a first and second floor addition.
The staff has no objections to the proposed elevations of the building. The proposed addition will require a variation from the side yard requirement. A fire sprinkler throughout the entire building and underground electric service will be required due to the size of the addition.
Agree.
That's the existing.
That's a rendering.
Yes.
If you keep this up, I have one comment, because it's a really nice, it's nicely done. I like the proportions of everything. It's, the standing seam over the door is great and everything. The one comment or question I have is, would you consider, or was it considered, that the trim over the garage match the trim on the gables of the second floor, the new gables?
We could consider that, that's,
Yeah, I know it's the proportions, and there isn't an overhang or anything, but there may be a way to at least mimic the proportions.
right, it won't, right now, the gable pediment that's there sticks out, like 4 to 6 inches, whereas we can't do that with the existing, but we can put the trim in there to
Yeah,
mimic it.
if you could use the trim, I think
An
that would.
applied trim or something.
Yeah.
And I know it's receded and stuff, so that little difference isn't gonna really,
But visually from the street, you'll see it.
yeah, it's gonna
It'll
tie it
pop.
all together.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any comments? Further comments? All right. Mary Jane, you want to give it a ride?
Yeah, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted to case 2024-018A at 8240 Harding Avenue as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
With
With-
the,
With the addition of the trim over the
Oh,
garage,
right,
the garage
over the
gable.
garage.
Does that meet your?
Yeah, that's, Brian's going to sneak
I'll
that.
second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
So passed. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Case number 2024-019A at 5271 George Street. Oh, my ears are going crazy. Is that me?
No, it's everybody.
Staff has no objections to the new dormer and facade changes to the building have already been made. The owner is currently in the midst of enforcement proceedings.
Just turn it
If it does it again, I'll switch all the numbers off so everyone has the.
Yeah. I think it got caught up. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Can you reread that? Because
Gladly. Staff has no objections to the new dormer and facade changes. The changes to the building have already been made, and the owner is currently in the midst of enforcement proceedings.
it's like that one movie. Scanners.
manually, it works.
Works.
Sure. All right, let's continue. All right, what is the dormer? Is it that one that I'm looking at?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. This,
We
they
had-
had the whole facade, yeah, they had the whole, all the re-siding's been redone,
Mhm.
but that's the dormer.
Anybody?
What is the, I'm sorry, what is the comment about the building, changes to the building and in the midst of enforcement proceedings? Was something done wrong?
It means
The stuff was done ahead of time.
it means he started, yeah.
You jumped the gun.
He got anxious.
I see.
It's just the dormer that's, that we're reviewing, or there was some other drawings in the back end?
The front's deep and right?
The detached garage that's being worked on, that is not
Yeah, we have
under
no-
the purview of appearance. This is what changed. This used to be a small dormer.
Okay. It was that little one that was in the picture?
That's it.
Yeah, there used to
Okay.
be two small ones.
Cool.
Okay. I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2024-0198 at 5271 George Street as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So passed. Don't
Thank you,
do that
sir.
again.
Thank you so much.
Case 2024-020A at 9140 Crawford Avenue, a second floor addition. Are they here? Okay.
Staff has no objections to the proposed elevations for the second floor addition. besides the new second floor, besides the new addition, second floor front, having hardy board siding, the existing siding on the second floor rear will be changed to match the new siding.
That's a subject house over here. And the addition is going in the front over here. Existing garage, existing split level, here, here, and here is existing, attached garage is existing. This is the new piece right here.
In the front, right? Mhm.
Go ahead, Joe.
There's a minor discrepancy on the 3D renderings versus the,
2D.
and then the actual photo of the house. If you go up, and I'm looking above the two picture windows on the page, so I'm looking for a photo. And, yeah, the reason is the eave is right above the window. And, you show stone up over the top of the window, and I'm curious, so you got a trim board right at the top of the window, and the renderings and the front 2D sketch has stone above the top of the window. And then, it's not a big deal. I'm just kind of trying to, because I didn't like the way the 3D looked, and I was just staring at it, thinking, I think you're gonna be better off just doing a wider trim board right above the window as the transition.
Yeah, I had the same exact comment to the architect. I think he told me he think he made a mistake, and he was hoping that either I was gonna suggest it or one of the board members, and it could get approved with that noted.
We're just pointing it out, yeah.
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah, and just that trim board that's shown on your drawings is a little narrow. Let's just beef that up so that there's
A transition,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so now let's go back to the rendering, if you don't mind. Right. Well, is that side brick, the red brick around the side, is that also as low as the stone?
probably,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're just saying it'll, yeah, you'll do a wider transition board between it
Correct.
so it doesn't look so top heavy? Okay.
Abrupt, what we thought.
Right. Okay. Tom, you like it?
Sure. I'll make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2024-020A at 9140 Crawford, as presented with some minor modifications to the trim above the stone.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So passed.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Case 2024-021A at 9256 Keating Avenue. It's a second floor addition.
The staff has no objections to the proposed elevations for the second floor addition. A fire sprinkler throughout the entire building and underground electric service will be required due to the size of the addition.
They all look like that on the street.
That's everything.
Yeah, those are comparables.
Existing on the screen? I'll show you the color rendering and we could go back to each elevation if you need to.
You can always tell when Joe's ready to go.
All right, ready?
Go.
I just want to say this is fantastic.
It is.
This is like, it's really creative, fantastic redesign of a 50s looks like. It's gonna fit into the neighborhood. It's not overpowering, the second floor is not
Oversized.
very
It
nice.
looks like it'll
Thank you.
have been there the whole time, so that's what we're looking for.
That was the idea, yeah. It's our architect right here. He did the work.
Smile. Just gotta- all right, anybody, I got nothing, nobody's got anything, once somebody wanna make a
Darling,
motion?
I will. I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case 2024-021A at 9256 Keating Avenue, as darling as it's presented.
Anybody second? All in favor? So passed. All right, good luck, guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Sure. Case 2024-022A at 5020 Jerome Street. It's a second floor addition.
The staff has no objections to the proposed elevations for the second floor addition. A current plat survey will be required to be submitted at the time of the permit submittal. A fire sprinkler throughout the entire building and underground electric service will be required due to the size of the addition. Huh?
Existing,
Yep.
do you want to see all the other,
Totally
Just go back to the front and this again one more time. Are we keeping anything on the existing front?
We are. We're keeping, I mean, the whole lower half of the
Okay,
building.
I assumed so, that's why I just wanted to.
And the entry sort of bumps out, so we're maintaining that gesture and going vertical with it, and obviously a single slope shed roof. But then there is some stonework around that front window that we wanted to preserve, so we're maintaining that, which we thought would kind of be
Okay,
a
yeah,
cute
I
nod.
get it.
I wondered about that, because I drove by it. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look cool.
It's gonna be
Mhm.
To just give us a briefing on the materials?
So the materials, because we're maintaining the brick, we're going up with additional brick, but it allows us to just stain it a uniform color, so it looks monolithic.
The whole house is brick?
Yes. the whole-
Okay,
the-
it's just gonna be stained?
Primarily, the primary home will be brick. That front is a panel called Resista. It's a sustainable corn husk product. We use it over at Skokie Greenhouse, now Curaleaf.
Okay.
And then that same material will be on the garage on the backside in a darker charcoal color. And in the front, we'll do an ACM panel in that center strip just to add some texture and tone. The underside of the soffit is a PVC panel that
Sure.
just has some color on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fascia board wrapped in pre-finished aluminum.
I have nothing.
It looks like you're gonna plant a tree in the front yard.
Possibly?
Plant a tree in
Yeah. I think so.
front. You got a detail and then you show it on your elevation.
Well,
It's a really tall, especially with the
Yeah.
addition, it's really
Very
tall,
tall.
and it would be nice to have.
I would love as many trees as possible. My client has a rose bush from his grandmother that's in the front there that we will be replanting, so
Transplant that.
transplanting, yeah. Yep.
You got a really cool front porch that doesn't have a shade over the top of it, and eventually with a tree, it's gonna be nice to sit on this.
Yeah, there are large trees on the parkway that we omitted with the rendering just to be able to see the house,
Yeah.
but
All right. Joe?
I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number, I lost, here it is, 2024-022A at 5020 Jerome Street. That is the one, as presented.
Anybody second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So passed.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before I call the next case, I have a question. Okay, we'll let it, we'll just go in order. Case number, hang on. We're gonna do a little movement here. Case 2024-006A at 9543 Lincolnwood Drive, are they here?
yeah.
Yeah, all right. Come on, this is the last of the residentials, it's the first and second floor addition. Brian, I hope I didn't screw you up.
No, we'll go.
Okay.
The staff has no objections on the proposed elevation changes. The proposed addition was originally approved at the March 27, 2024 Appearance Commission The proposed changes to the plan include a roof line increase on the addition to match the existing house, and a new shed dormer moved roughly 2 feet out with a new gable roof added to match the back addition.
So while Brian's pulling up this stuff, so what, we approved you?
You approved it, yeah, we had a two-story addition on the back of the house,
And then you guys
and
made a
then
couple changes.
owner wanted to, make the house a little bit bigger. When they started kind of poking around, they realized the existing shed dormer didn't line with anything on the front facade, so we were able to capture some square footage, pulling
Okay,
it
well, I
forward.
appreciate you coming to do that versus
Building it.
the opposite.
Oh, no. Yeah, if you go to the bottom elevation, that's the new one.
So that's,
That's the proposed, so the current is
sure.
just,
Where's the current?
in line with the window to the right.
Do we have a visual of the? one?
There's no photos
Okay.
included now.
Well, let's just go back to what you want to do.
It was recessed.
Yeah, so the current shed dormer, front face of the facade was set back about, I think it was 2 feet. We pulled the new wall forward, and it was a shed dormer lined up with that window on the right-hand side, that triple pane casement.
There's no problem here, right? Okay,
No.
cool. Jay, hit it.
Can I make the motion? For the certificate of appropriateness to be granted for case number 2024-0068, as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So passed. All right.
Thank you so
Sure,
much.
Thank you.
I'll have to look that
So don't screw it up.
No, we won't.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, okay. We'll make good on
South of Golf Road.
Little guy named Frank Lloyd Wright. Case 2024-023A. Now we are in the commercial cases and facades. 4034 Oakton Street, a facade and signage.
Staff has no objections to the proposed canopy addition and facade changes. Staff does object to the Sarah's Cafe and brick oven signage. As proposed, it appears to be two different Sarah's signs next to each other. The left sign is not product or service identification. Staff recommends the curved brick be incorporated into the larger sign and elimination of the left sign.
We're here to approach about the facade above the roof line, because right now we can't even put any signs to the effect it's Flexicore and roof signs are not permitted. So we can go back to Signorama and have them redesign the sign to accommodate what you're asking. Right now, our goal is to get the Yoko, which is a new restaurant, to get their sign and exposure with a roof similar to, if you're familiar with 4020 Main Street, they have a stainless steel facade on a similar type of building, but they never put any signs on it. This will be in black, so the signs will stand out. Before we put the Sarah's tent, I'll be more than happy to resubmit it to the village for approval.
Yeah, staff has no objections to any of the facade proposed changes or
Right.
changes that have taken place.
Is, just for the future, the case on the Sarah's sign, is this a national chain or something?
They're not national, but they do have the same name in Florida. They have them in Aventura, so they're not, I don't want to call them a chain, but it's not a one and only type of place.
So Nate, you're saying that you're not gonna have any problem wiping out one of the signs, you just gotta figure out which one they wanna put up.
Correct, or incorporate maybe the brick oven into the existing one.
Right, I got you, All right, so, that's something
One
to motion to
sign,
approve.
The brick up, the little brick oven sign with the Sarah's and the curve, I mean, you're not gonna see that.
No, I understand. So that's why I said incorporate the brick oven to the large one.
It's a
maybe.
larger sign.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. The brick oven.
The appearance of the brick oven. I got you.
Correct, yeah, correct.
So I guess whoever makes a motion, I just want it to be a motion that staff can work out the Sarah's sign, which we would normally do anyway, if it.
Well, unless they were asking for a variation on the signage.
Right, so as long as it's compliant, okay.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah. I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2024-023A at 4034 Oakton with the following qualification, that these signs be combined in some way, potentially integrating the image of the brick oven into the larger sign of Sarah's Cafe and Brick Oven. But definitely eliminating the appearance of two side-by-side signs.
And the other sign is okay.
And the other sign for, is it Yoko?
Yoko.
Yoko is fine.
Thank you.
Maybe a second? All in favor? Aye. So passed.
Aye.
Thank you. Case 2024-2024, play the lottery, 4861 Oakton Street, facade and signage.
Staff has no objections to the proposed signage or elevation changes. Applicant must clarify exactly what color the brick will be painted, as the elevations show an orangish red color. Staff was unsure if the color was to match the proposed Apple sign on the corner or be something similar.
So I have a slight revision just showing some lighting on the exterior that I'll bring up.
I see what?
Yeah, little gooseneck lights.
Oh, the four fixtures?
For lighting.
And the rendering is more of this red, or is it that orange? Hello. I know rendering colors are a pain, but.
Yeah,
Yeah,
read that
but,
number. Read-
The number is SW6868.
Real red.
Rio Red,
Okay,
yes.
that's more red than it
It's
is-
more red.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
And apple has to be same color,
Yes.
like a background, definitely.
That's the intent, is the color of the apple will be the color of.
Yes.
The company that is doing this did the Salt Shed sign, does Whole Foods.
Yeah,
They're super-
whatever. I just want to make sure the colors match.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any comment?
Looks fine.
All the background color would be red.
It's gonna be the color red of the rendering that Brian just showed you.
Uh-huh.
It would be the same, it would be the
Matching
color of
that.
the apple.
Right there.
This rendering is
A little orange.
off.
It's orange.
And there will be 4 light fixtures above. Somebody, anybody?
Sure, I'll make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number 2024-024A at 4861 Oakton Street, with the understanding that the signage would be more red than orange and matching the Apple sign,
To the page.
period.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So passed.
Thank you very much.
Case 2024-25A at 4921 Oakton Street, facade and signage.
Staff has no objections to the proposed elevation changes. The proposed color changes will bring some vibrancy to the downtown. The blinds, which may or may not have been removed, violate a provision of section 118-182, which prohibits opaque materials from being installed on a designated retail street in the downtown district.
Okay, I have not removed the blinds, but no issue removing the blinds.
Which one do you want me to show, this one or this one?
Either one is fine.
Existing and proposed.
Hold up your
paint color. Here
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
yellow.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
kind of more of an orange. It's called laughing orange.
Definitely not yellow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's way off.
yeah, it's way off. Yeah.
Again.
Well, this is a little bit darker. They couldn't give me the exact chip color, so it's a little bit darker, but it is an orange. If you go in my store, it's like an orangish color, not like the Michigan
So
colors.
that's,
This is not right.
that's the signage up above that says up, pup,
In a way, yeah.
Right, and then you're painting that below there to match it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like it's on,
all the yellows
it's not
are
like
the
it's a
orange.
metal, that's a metal cladding.
No,
Ye-
it's painted.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. More of those colors than Michigan colors.
Thank you very much.
I'm all in favor of that.
Yeah.
What about the door? The door is wood, right?
This actually might be a little.
Is that painted brick below?
That's a good comment.
Is that-
If this
is
door
that-
is in our foreground there, is that gonna be painted as well?
Yeah.
It's a little bit big, yeah.
I didn't even consider
Is
it.
that
I can paint it
below, or
white.
is that
Is
brick?
that your door?
That is my door. Yep, both of those.
Yeah,
Paint
well,
it.
You gotta paint it, so
Okay.
whether it's the blue or the.
And what's on the bottom is brick that's painted blue?
No, it's wood.
Wood?
It's
It
a
is
wood
wood.
panel. Yeah.
It makes reference to the color the brick will be painted. Are we painting any brick?
No, I'm not painting any brick at all.
I'm thinking, they were thinking that the bottom
The
was
bottom,
brick.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially, was painted. Yeah, paint the door.
Got it.
What do you, I gotta ask, what does up, pup and away do?
It's a independent pet supply shop.
Okay, not boarding or anything, it's.
Yeah, no. Fancy food, organic stuff, bringing in like
Okay.
buffalo.
Cool.
That means the blinds will always be open.
The blinds will always be open, and I'll have seasonal like cute stuff in the front
Cute.
for all the pets.
All right,
I will move,
thank you.
I move that a certificate of appropriate needs to be granted for case number, that is a lot of OTINs here.
25.
024025A at 4921 OTIN as presented with the exception of the door to the west, the painted, is that west, yeah.
Yep.
And the color,
To
more
match
orange, yeah.
matching.
Perfect. Yeah.
Anybody second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No opposed, so passed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Case 2024-026A, A135 Monticello, that's a facade and signage case.
Staff has no objections to the proposed front facade changes. The mural will liven up the front facade of a building located in an industrially zoned neighborhood. The business name must be a sign and cannot be painted on the wall per section 82-11 of the sign ordinance. Aye.
Let me jump out ahead of this, that is really, really nice sketch.
Oh, thank you.
It's really a nice design, and I think it's gonna do a lot for the street.
Yeah, we want it to be soft, but our brand as well.
What do you do?
Senior Move Management. And we also do interior design for Aging in Place. So,
For,
Aging in Place. Yeah.
We need that here.
all right, I got none. Yes, you may.
Okay, I'll make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case 2024-026A at 8135 Monticello Avenue as presented.
Caveats about the sign.
Oh,
The quote for the sign is actually in the packet.
No, we're good with the sign, right?
we're good. Are we good with
Was
that? Yeah?
there, was there some comment about the sign?
There's a comment that it needs to be a sign and not painted on the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a quote.
There is a sign.
We have a quote for the
Okay.
sign in there. Yeah.
Got it.
I would love to have it
Okay.
painted. It'd be a lot cheaper, but.
It'd be pretty, but you have to keep repainting it.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna go with case number 2024-027A at 4811 Oakton Street for Crafty Beaver. It's a signage and accessory exterior, which is a new term.
The staff has concerns about the proposed signage and water tank paint upgrade. The applicant needs to specify the color or colors that the water tank will be painted as the submitted documents are not clear. Staff supports a color upgrade to the tank in its current state. Staff is in favor of only one wall sign for the site. 2 wall signs would violate Section 82-27 of the sign ordinance. If the applicant wishes to have a sign on the water tank, the sign in front of the building should be a ground sign. As a reminder, signage cannot be painted on either of the facades. The applicant may need a variation for the size of the sign on the water tank, as it is not specified on the plans. Hi.
Hi, how are you? So there's a packet, I only did 4, I apologize, I'll have to share, but tried to give a little bit more information based on the original application. But on one of them has my business card, and that's actually the color of the yellow for the tank, for the silo. And then the logo is black and white. And the sign in the front is not attached to the wall, it would be anchored into posts in the ground, and it would be dimensional, which is like this. And it's drawn in, I think it's on the last couple pages. A little bit more detail on the approximate sign. That silo is about 18 feet in diameter. And the signage for the in-ground built sign would be, it's about 100 feet from Oakton, so it has to be a decent size in order for the size to be readable.
I like the sketch you had in the packet with the kind of yellow and the orange and the kind of water color almost effect on the water tower versus the yellow.
Well, to me, it's a gradation, but to me, I was even possibly looking into even having some graphics painted on there as far as organic looking and like that, so it's not just.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I think
Yeah.
it would tie it into our kind of mural.
Exactly.
Scopy thing versus the solid yellow.
Yeah, I don't want it to be so sterile, but I wanted to at least bring that because I did that sketch to show coloration, but I didn't bring a color, so I brought the card.
Yeah, there's like a watercolor quality.
Correct.
to the- yeah. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of, I like those kind of water towers.
All right, so I'm slightly confused, because this building is across the street from Crafty Beaver, but it says Crafty Beaver is applying for this. Is this a Crafty Beaver business?
No, Crafty Beaver owns the property.
Okay.
Or I should say the owners of the property of Crafty Beaver, they don't own Crafty Beaver anymore. That's from what I'm being told.
Okay,
I'm the renter.
so you're leasing it?
I will be leasing it.
Okay. Okay.
So we're working through right now, that's why I'm doing the appearance commission, because I'm really trying to move in there, and there's a
No,
lot of
absolute-
working
absolute-
parts.
Yeah, no kidding, absolutely, and we're happy to have you, and thank you
Yeah.
for doing this.
Yeah, so you can see, just even on that quickie sketch, I would be converting all the garage doors to glass, so that it reads as a retail space versus industrial. It still will have an industrial feel, but
It'd be a great restaurant and brewery.
Yeah, right.
it's a lot of square footage, and
Yeah, I'm just.
it's a lot of money you have to put in that building for restaurant equipment.
It'll also be a great design studio. so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
you taking down the chain link fences and stuff.
That's the idea, is I want to take the chain link down on the side by the jogging path, the bike path.
Yeah.
And also, there's a nice outdoor patio, so that's also going to be converted to glass doors. So, because I'll sell outdoor furniture, and then the front is going to change a lot, so it's not going to look like a prison. But the discussion that I'm still trying to figure out is who owns that fence, because Skokie did some work there and replaced the fence.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to figure out who owns it, and
So ugly.
it's pretty bad. It also has,
Appearance issue.
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it has the barbed wire across the top.
Oh,
So the idea is, just so you know, is that the advantage of that property is I would be trying to look into doing, like art shows, art festivals, like have, like event space in that triangle parking lot.
Yeah, It's a cool building, I just feel
Yeah.
bad because you're not the landlord and we're going, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that.
Yeah, well, I'll be working on the interior. It's still gonna stay industrial looking, but it's gonna definitely be a lot more curb appeal for the entrance to Skokie than it is currently. But,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I think it's a great start.
I like the design of the tank. I like
So
the
the-
painted tank myself.
Yeah. So the sign thing, so you're only allowed a sign in the front and not on the water tank, is that what, is that?
I thought somebody made reference, so you can't have two attached, so, but the one in the front's not attached, it's,
Correct, cannot be two wall signs.
Okay.
And he said, he's stating that this is,
it's an independent structure that, yeah.
I'm
That would be
inclined
a
to
wall
agree
sign.
with the petitioner that that's fine.
Yeah. Anything you can do here is gonna be a giant improvement.
Right. Just, do we have enough intel here to make a motion that, because these are very schematic, with all due respect, but let's give them some direction that we can approve or vote on.
It seems like it's as presented.
But as presented, but let's list it out, so it's like the front sign, the doors, the glass garage doors, the tank painting, right? Is that kind of what's,
Okay.
Brian, are those the elements that we're looking at here? It's the,
yeah, the tank with the size of the signage that he's proposing, and correct, the garage doors.
and the front sign.
Correct, well, if the front side's ground sign, it's permitted by right as long as
Sure,
it
okay.
meets code
Okay, cool.
requirements.
So it's just the tank and the garage doors?
Do you mind if I just?
Yes, feel free, dive in.
Move this certificate of appropriateness to grant case number 2024-2027A at 4811 Oakton Street, as presented with the ground sign facing Oakton and the water tower design sign, and painted as close to the
Rendering, yeah.
rendering
Yeah.
as.
Yeah, the painting on the silo itself, I have no issue with. The actual logo would be a decal. It'd be applied vinyl.
Yeah, okay, so as
Yeah.
presented, with glass garage doors, and hopefully you'll be able to work forward towards, removing the
Cyclone
chain link
fence.
fence.
Anybody second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. Good
You guys
luck.
don't have a problem with it?
Well, it's work towards, and, you
Yeah.
know, it's, the thing is that this is gonna be a work in progress, I'm
Yes.
hoping that you're successful.
Do you want this back?
This is,
Yes.
anything you do here is gonna be a huge improvement to Oakton, and, you know, honestly,
Needs
it's really
it.
exciting to see everything along Oakton coming in, so.
Yeah, needed.
This is really, really exciting.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Final case of the evening, case 2024-028A at 5135 Gulf Road. That's for a facade.
Staff overall is supportive of the upgrades being made. The first floor is to be converted to a commercial space, and the upper levels will become residential units. With the proposed upgrades being made to this site and the building, staff would like to see the existing panels upgraded to something more modern looking, as the existing ones look dated. New panels that complement the existing painted brick would give the building a fresh look.
Okay. My dad doesn't speak English that well, so I'm gonna translate.
No worries. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
So this is an existing office building, parking underneath, proposed to be converted to first floor commercial with residences on the second and third floor. So the first floor gets filled in to be a commercial space, and then the second, third floor would be converted to, I believe, 4 apartments or residential units.
There's outside parking there though, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the-
Right
in
now,
the
they
rear.
keep taking the
Correct.
parking away.
Yes.
This half of the first floor, this back half will still have.
Open parking.
The behind of the building is a parking lot.
Right.
Yeah, the parking would be in the rear off of Leamington.
Right.
This area is the parking underneath the building would get converted.
To commercial.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, let's look at it.
That's great.
Which page you want up?
The panels themselves, I think, since it's called out by, in the staff report, So the panels you're talking about are underneath the windows, what's now kind of the off-white. Is that what the?
Are those the panels you're referring to, right?
Yeah, the new panels, they're touching up the existing thing versus give the brick, or give the building.
Yeah, under
So- On this page, existing facade panels, that's what's noted. Existing windows, and then this is the new storefront. New exterior, solid exterior to paint to match the existing. New storefront.
So I kind of like the way the panels are kind of the old, the original building. There's something kind of striking about these buildings that we've looked past for so long.
Well, yeah, I mean, the building, it's not gonna change.
Yeah.
So it's really, it's like they're adding an they're adding a storefront on the bottom, it's gonna match the existing building. So, and I know, and our request is to go, hey, the staff's request is to go change all those panels, but,
I'm not sure it's necessary,
yeah.
because they're in pretty good shape. You're gonna add working windows in the middle panel, it looks like, on each of those, so that's gonna add a little bit more movement to the facade.
I'm sorry, so the windows,
Yeah.
okay, they're gonna be replaced with hoppers? Okay.
One thing I'm curious about is all of the units, and I know it's not part of our purview, but there are 4 and 5 bedrooms. Is this gonna be market rate, or?
Biz iki tanesini de kendimiz
I don't think you're gonna get an
So,
answer on
in-
that.
İki
I'm
apartmanda
just curious,
ailece biz
because we don't
oturacağız.
I didn't look at really, they're 4 and 5 bedroom?
Yeah.
In two of the apartments, we want to stay ourselves, actually.
İki aile buradayız.
We are here with two families.
Okay.
Diğer bizde Türkiye'de hep böyle.
In Turkey, it's in our culture, it's more like this.
Hepsi böyle bizde.
So, almost all of them are
I was
like
just
that.
curious, I think, I love to see office buildings retrofitted like this.
Mhm.
I was just kinda curious about, it, 'cause we don't usually see 4 and 5 bedroom apartments.
Yeah.
I think it's fine, it's gonna be interesting.
The conversion,
I wish you-
commercial space will be nice there, I think it's right.
So, at the commercial space, I presume storefront and, any,
Office building, office.
with glass, right?
Yeah, I mean, so that's gonna match the existing, is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
But it's, you're not gonna, you should ask them, are you ever intending on putting a sign up for the business? Because it's not gonna look good.
No.
Okay, good answer. So it'd be like a doctor's office?
Doktor ofisi gibi duracak diyor. Tamam.
Yani biz bir sign koymayacağız.
I mean, we're not gonna put any signs, so
Right, but,
Apartman
it's just
olsun.
gonna be like apartments.
okay, but what about at the first floor, the
İlk
bottom?
katta.
İlk katta kiracının talebi olursa
Maybe if the leaser wants to,
size gelir herhalde.
he could
Okay.
come here.
Okay,
Yeah, there wouldn't be any problems if they were to do something of a certain size in the window
right,
too. that
I'm
would
talking
kinda-
about, no, we're not gonna let them put it on the panels above it.
Why couldn't you?
Screw it, I don't know. All right, cool, anybody have any, we'll cross that bridge in several years when this comes to fruition. Does anybody feel like making a motion for this? Julie,
I can do it.
you like it when it comes to a resolution?
Okay. I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case 2024-028A at 5135 Gulf Road as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So
Thank you.
passed. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Tuscarora, I guess. Is that thank you? Tuscarora?
Joe.
Oh, teşekkürler.
Teşekkür.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty good. Pretty good, burning them up.
Meeting's adjourned at Apple time of 8:19.
Nice job, Mike. That's good.
Oh,
the plan commission, rezoning.
Yeah, they got a long road in front of them. Well, they got a